What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. We are finally back. I had some technical difficulties the past few days, but we are finally back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And in this video we are going to take a look at the Doom Tower. And I'm going to tell you which teams I use and the strategy to beat this rotation of the Doom Tower. This one in particular is very important because you are facing Dark Fae as the final boss. And she drops the lethal set or materials to craft the lethal set. Lethal set is extremely important because it allows you to ignore 25% of the enemy's defense, and you also get 10% crit, which will make your characters much easier to gear up. And at the same time you have a lot of value for PvE and PvP alike, because ignore defense, especially on PvP, is extremely important, where you cannot rely easily on decreased defense or any other buffs like that. So this set is extremely important. Also, it has no restrictions or additional buffs for attack like you see on Merciless. So you can use lethal on HP, defense or attack based champions. It's amazing. Everyone loves this lethal set. Now we are doing this video because I need a reminder. Usually between the Doom Tower rotations I forget which teams I used, so I'm gonna start doing this once a month or so, just to make sure that I don't forget. We completed Doom Tower on hard and on normal. Usually have enough time to do both of them. So prioritize the hard one if you already completed normal for the first time. Otherwise, complete the normal and do the hard one. And on top of that, if you want your friends and your family members to beat the Doom Tower as well, tell them to check out my new QR code with the same rewards. The QR code for this month is going to give you Karato Foxhunter right away as you start your game, so your friends and family members will be excited for this new amazing legendary character. Then we have at level 10 Uugo, amazing support that can revive your entire team. After that, Mausoleum Mage increases your crit chance, very important, heals up your entire team, clears all negative effects away. And after that, you can choose one of these legendary characters. Promo code MONKEYKING for Song Wukong. Then we have Desert Queen for duarktikhq, probably the best choice you can make, or a Song Wukong. Then we have a promo code 3Hugger for Rurak, no thanks. And finally we have a promo code GETALICE for Alice the Wanderer, very good for PvP. You have 48 hours to collect one of these legendary characters on the screen. I would go for MONKEYKING or Desert Queen. After that, log in for 7 days straight and you're going to be able to unlock Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Amazing character, very good spreading negative effects and applying stuns, and there you go. So that's all we got for this month. There you go, the QR code, so you can tell your friends and family members to check out Raid and defeat the Doom Tower with us. Okay, let's get started. Let's take a look at these bosses from the Doom Tower. So the first boss from the Doom Tower is the Dreadhorn Bommel, and this guy, you have a few characters that are like cheat codes for this guy. You can use, for example, Lady Annabelle, which I don't have. You can also use this guy Burangiri, which I have, but I didn't build up this guy a lot. You can also use Vogoth, because when he takes damage, heals up the entire team. But the best character, and the one that I have been using for the longest time, is the Mita. And the Mita can be very strong on this one, because she can block the damage from the boss. And if you time it properly, you are going to be very safe. You have to apply the shield whenever you have the bombs on your characters, so it stops the bombs from killing your characters. So this is the team that we are going to use, HP burn with Geomancer. Do you need Geomancer? No, you can use any kind of damage dealer. Tall Infalbeard is nice as well, but you can use any kind of damage dealer as well. One thing you want to make sure is that you have some kind of defense down or slow or weakness or anything like that, so increases your damage output. We're also going to give a character or use a character with a barrier and increase defense with Freya. You can do it without any of these characters, let's be honest. The thing that really matters is making sure that your characters have enough health to survive and a block damage or anything like that with the Mita. That's the way I beat it for the longest time, so there you go. Okay, let's take a look at all these morphos. I usually just do basics here, but scale my attack with what's his name? With Tholin, yes. In the past, I was using Listen Tier that also stacks on defense, so that's something I also want to do on these waves of minions. Any additional attacks that you can do, use them to scale your attack faster and faster. Okay, so here we have the boss. We're gonna start off with the speed bar, I guess. Turn meter. We're gonna apply that weakness. We got the extra attack, of course, and now we're going to get our increased attack. And now we can extend our buffs, but we are just going to do the basic, whatever. Geomancer with that HP burn, and now we are going to extend those attacks with Vogoth. Vogoth is at level 1 for no particular reason. I just don't use these characters often enough. And now we have these bombs, right? So when you have these bombs with 2 stacks, you are safe. The problem is when they drop to 1 stack, that's when you are going to die. So depending on the timing of your team, you want to apply the block buffs, right? You want as many people as possible to have just 1 stack and the Meta to go after. So you want the Meta to go last. You want her to be the slowest character on the team. So you can see that the block damage is there and it absorbs the damage on Tholin. Okay. It also is going to absorb the damage from the bombs. That's something you want to do as well. You want to make sure that you have decreased cooldowns on your Demeter, so you can spam the block damage as often as you possibly can. So you can block also the damage of the bombs in case your Vogoth or your Lady Adamel or whatever are not working. And by not working is not existing, right? Because if you have them, they will work properly. Unless if you have very, very low HP. I guess that could be a possibility. If you have very, very low HP, there is a possibility that, yeah, those bombs could explode and kill your entire team. But you guys can see that we are doing just fine. The barrier from Freya is great as well to support your Demeter. Now, if you don't have Freya, use someone else that is similar. Use Sigmund or any other character with barrier. Barrier is extremely important in this game. So you can see that now the meta went way too early and we might die because of that. Unless we kill the boss first, right? Let's get some speed bar. Geomancer dies, no problem. We should have enough damage without him. And let's see if the meta is going to protect us or not. She died, everyone dies. Oh my god, perfect. But yeah, I think I got way too much speed bar on my characters and that messed up my rotation a little bit. But we should still be able to beat this with our boy Tholin and also with Vogoth. Level 1 Vogoth, because why not? Oh my god, so close. Okay, just make sure that your Vogoth is not at level 1 and make sure that your Freya is prioritizing the barrier rather than the speed bar. Because otherwise it can make your Demeter to go too fast and you don't want that. Or maybe you just remove our boots. Let's move on to the next boss. We have the Crab King. This guy is very, very annoying. The first time I did the Doom Tower, I got stuck on this guy and he was dreadful. But it's no longer the case. Now, all you need is a character that does Turning Wind on the basic. Allure is going to be the best one. But you need to make sure that you have her with enough crit chance and probably with Affinity Breaker set. Very important to have Affinity Breaker set on your Allure, so she'll always crit even if you have type disadvantage. After that, you want to have some kind of attack character that will assist you. You want to make sure that you have a character that gives barrier. And the character with barrier needs to be the fastest character on your team. After that, you need to apply some slow to the boss, so your turn rewind will be more valuable. And then you need like damage dealer. If you have the fastest character giving barrier, you should be fine. The meta is also good here because she extends buffs. So any kind of character that extends buffs is going to be great for you. We had a recent one that was easily to obtain, but I don't remember who. Is it Donatello? I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the goal. Or if you don't have a character that extends buffs, which the goal is to extend our barrier, then you want to make sure that you are using 2 characters with barrier. And you need to time them out in a way that the second one goes in between the other one, right? So you always have barrier on your characters. Or even better, you can make sure that you have a blood shield ring on your characters, and then you can solo the boss, because that's how it is. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at this team in action. Once again, I gave you a gist of what how this boss works, and we can pretty much run this on auto, except we have to start with a barrier. Sometimes I make a mistake of not starting with a barrier, and then you can auto this. You can set up a team of Freya prioritizing their barrier, and then the Mita prioritizing buff extends, and you'll be fine here. This boss is super easy as soon as you have a consistent way of giving barrier to your characters. Now, if you don't have any of these, there is that rare character, the Metal Shaper, from the Lizard faction, Lizard Man, and he was the first character I used against this type of bosses. He was very fast. He was like 230 speed, which was very fast for my first run. You can have a team that applies poisons and you're gonna kill the boss faster, or you want to have a team with HP Destroy like the one we have right now. I just don't have the HP Destroy equipped. And then you want to use your fastest character needs to be the one with a barrier, and then your slowest character should be the one that extends the buffs, and once again the Mita or any other character that extends buffs. So here we go. We can do this on auto, let's be honest. And yeah, because I don't have HP burn, this is gonna take a while, but you can see the ally attack plus the allure plus the affinity breaker set will make sure that we are always turn rewinding the boss by 100%, and that's pretty much it. And because we have so much turn rewind, even if the boss is doing this attack that you can see right now, this means that we don't have enough barrier, or my characters are going too fast. Then you are still fine. As long as you have a slow on the boss and the block buffs, you're going to be fine. So for this, you could use the Mausoleum Mage, the character from the promo code or the QR code, and you'll be fine with that, right? You'll be fine on that. So we have the defense down. We have some leech. Leech is also important to keep your characters alive. The only thing that we are missing is the slow, and for that we have Nekmotar. The decrease attack is also going to be very important for you to finish this boss, and that's pretty much it. So overall, this boss is pretty easy. Once again, just make sure that you are focusing on 3 different type of scenarios. One where you're applying the poisons and HP burn, one where you're using just raw damage, and one where you're using HP destroy, which is going to be the best option. Otherwise, it's going to take like 10-20 minutes to beat this guy, as you guys can see on the screen right now. And you need to make sure that your HP destroy character actually does damage, because Nekmotar, for example, does very little damage. So even if I put HP destroy on this guy, it's still going to take a while. Now we're going to take a look at the Celestial Griffin, and this boss was a big problem for me at the beginning. Nowadays, not as much. It's very easy to understand. On the first phase, is going to clear your buffs away. On the second phase, is going to throw all the negative effects you put on the boss on you. So one thing that you can do is having characters with a protection set that protects your buffs from being removed. Other thing that you can do is making sure that you have block debuffs on your team. So once again, we are going to use Freya. You can use the Mausoleum Mage. You can use any other character that has block debuffs. And it should be quite easy to find those type of characters, right? So block debuffs, we have Freya, but we also have Mausoleum Mage. This girl I use her quite often. You also have the Seducer. So yeah, there are a bunch of characters that you can use. You can use Geomancer or not, it's up to you. Just remember that the HP burn is going to be thrown back at you. And then use any kind of damage dealer. Let's take a look. This is probably the easiest boss of this rotation. And yeah, you just have to be, it's like coordination, right? It's a bit of coordination. Okay, here we are. Let's kill this second wave and get ready to face the boss. I'm using Gyath. Gyath, very underrated. She does tons of damage plus additional stuff. So first off, right away you can apply tons and tons of negative effects. You have to be careful with the turning winds that you apply to the boss, because it's going to reflect those turning winds to you as well, so be careful. We are going to apply the HP burn. Watch out, remember that HP burn will be thrown at you at some point. Defense down, block buffs. And now we can apply as many buffs to our characters as possible, right? So anything that protects us from that, great. Geomancer is good here because guess what? The HP burn plus the bonus from his passive is going to do tons and tons of damage. We are going to use Titus here. He's nice because he applies a bunch of speed bar to your characters. As long as you don't do turning wind to the boss, you should be fine as well. Let's give some barrier again. These buffs should be protected. And now we're gonna smack the boss. You just need a random damage dealer. I was going to use Tolin, but Tolin is just too good here. Too much damage. Let's clear that stun away. And yeah, this is the team that I use. You don't have to use this team. This boss is quite flexible in which characters you can use. It's more in terms of coordination. And once again, if you have protected buffs, if you have a protection set, that's gonna be awesome for you, right? Because you are avoiding so many problems with this boss. Okay, so here we go. He's about to throw a bunch of negative effects at us. But we are fine. We are protected with the block buffs, block debuffs. I'll block all things. Okay, we're gonna smash. We're gonna put this on auto. I'm tired already of playing this. Yeah, one problem with Geomancer, which I forgot to mention, and that's why you might not want to consider Geomancer, is that if he turn rewinds the boss a lot, your characters are also going to be turn rewinded. So what you can do is Geomancer being like the slowest character on your team, so he's not affecting you as much, right? That's another way you can play around with it. Okay, we have a bunch of negative effects. We're gonna clear those away. Once again, you can use Uugo, you can use Mausoleum Mage, you can use Freya. All those characters are valid, and the boss is dead. So there you go. The thing that usually takes the longest is just the waves of minions. And I think the gear set that this guy gives is important too. And finally, we have the most important boss on the Doom Tower, which is Freya. The team that I use against Freya is this one right here. We have Tholin for damage, we have Fat Man. Fat Man is on every team that I use. Then we have Freya, and we have Lysantyr as well. We want characters with big burst damage, consistent burst damage. And you want characters that increase your speed bar. Here we have Freya and Nekmotar giving speed bar. You could use Donatello, you could use Haikatun. Again, any character that increases your speed bar, because your goal is to go first. And that's going to be very important. The characters that increase your speed bar need to go first. So Freya or Nekmotar, they need to be the first taking a turn. And that's how you're going to get an advantage. Lysantyr is good here because he has AoE slow. If you have any other character that applies slow, that's going to be awesome too. But preferably AoE slow, right? Because it's slow on just one character, it's like whatever. Okay, let's see if we got our cooldowns ready. We got the slow, but my Lysantyr is so fast. Okay, so because we slow their characters, our characters go first. And now we are going to get that extra speed bar. But once again, you always want the characters with speed bar to go first. It's just that my Lysantyr is so fast that it doesn't cause us problems. But if it is other character, it can cause you problems. Okay, now that we have the slow, now that we have the speed bar, now that we go first for sure, we have Tholin doing the big smack and destroying, absolutely destroying the copycat minions that DuArktik has. Something you might need here as well is decreased defense. You can also use characters that removes buffs. So you can remove the Veil from DuArktik, and this will allow you to do a lot more damage. So if you want to bring Uugo or some other kind of character that does that, that's going to be awesome for you. And of course, if you have speed up on your team, even better, right? The faster your team goes, the bigger is your advantage against DuArktik. And there you go. So this is the teams and this is the characters that I use and the strategies that I use for the Doom Tower hard mode. I already beat Doom Tower hard mode for like 2 or 3 months. We are at almost at 7 months since we start our journey in raid. And yeah, this is probably the 3rd time we completed it, which is awesome. You want to complete Doom Tower on hard difficulty because it's going to guarantee you 2 sacred shards, and Plarium values those at $20. So yeah, we're talking about $50 worth plus of rewards, which is awesome. And once again, you're getting that little set that is so important if you don't have other type of sets like Merciless, Slayer, and so on. So there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comments below, and tell me other strategies and other characters that you find crucial for Doom Tower and these bosses in particular, especially for like the Horn Burmal and for the Crab King, because those ones are the ones that people suffer the most. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Make sure you guys check out the QR code, share it with your friends and family members so they can enjoy the best turn-based RPG game out there, Raid Shadow Legends. That's going to be all for now, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more Raid Shadow Legends content, and I'll catch you guys later.